everyone, welcome back to Arcly Overcast. Super excited to jump into Daymare 1998, but first we're going to kick it off with a prayer because we need to give this time to the Lord. So, Father, I love you, Lord. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for this game and this time you've provided to play it and enjoy it. Thank you, Father, for everyone that I get to share this with. And we just ask you to please use this content for your glory. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, we thank you and we pray. Amen. So I wanted to start this off from the very beginning, because I think it's pretty cool that they included that right there. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. Haven't seen that since the old Resident Evil games. Shout out to Invader Studios, my dudes. Alright, so couple of issues that I've had with this game. One of them... Oh gosh, I hope that's not too loud. One of them is there's kind of a glitch sometimes when it's doing the autosaves. So if it does that, I'll have to go back and replay what I just did, but you'll see. I'll edit all that out if I have to, but I'm also going to edit out all of the profanity from this. So if you see any skips, jumps, whatever, that's me taking out the profanity, because I don't like it, I don't want it in here in my playthroughs. So we're gonna start with a new game. So they incorporated two modes, a classic 90s mode and then the modern take, which is the new generation of horror games. React faster, run smoother combat, gameplay, no magazines or double reload. I actually like the classic 90s mode, so we're gonna go with that one. I think I tried playing the other one time, and it's cool, but it's not really what I prefer. And we're just gonna go with easy on this, because I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and go with the brightness. I'm gonna get rid of subtitles. I don't like them, personally. Plus that's gonna be a lot more editing out I have to do with the curse words. Agent Liev, that's us. Liev, leave, whatever, however pronounce it. They say it different ways in this game.
All that matters on the chessboard are good moves and the actions you take to achieve this result. What I do is bide in the shadows, where I can strategically exploit the most vulnerable pawns. But this time had to be different. This time, I had to involve my hand directly. But let's get things in the right order. So I began the first phase of my plan.
That is the voice of that person is.
Requesting the evacuation of all remaining personnel. Code Blue, repeat, this is a Code Blue emergency. Please respond, anyone, please. My name is Rebecca Jordan. I'm a doctor at the Aegis Medical Facility on the North Ball Islands. We have a problem of some magnitude here. There's a situation in the building that requires... There's been a terrible mishap. I think we've been exposed to some kind of gas, a corrosive agent that latches onto the lungs, warping people outside. Can anyone hear me? Don't save me, please!
I say again, we are at Code Blue. One of my colleagues freaked out. Check me. I thought I'd roll the dice on whatever this contagion is and kill someone, but I don't know how long this channel will stay open. The security base triggered some sort of facility lockdown. I was in full quarantine, and in fact, I fear it.
You'll see what I mean about the dialogue.
Last communication out of Aegis' laboratory 12 hours ago. The latest mission parameters are courtesy of our friends over at the DOD. It seems the corrosive agent in question is actually the same experimental gas you've been ordered to retrieve. Only problem is,
They forgot to mention in the initial brief that it's also a new type of chemical weapon that kills almost everyone it afflicts. Rest assured, all entrances and exits to the building were automatically sealed at the first sign of a breach, which is standard security protocol when these mishaps occur. Your teams will infiltrate the facility as such. Epsilon, you'll enter via the central lobby on the second level, which serves as the main access point, and edge your way to the laboratory. Delta, you will simultaneously sweep through the lower levels where the main laboratory is located. According to our intel, the basement is where the so-called gas leak occurred, so proceed cautiously. Be advised, this operation's status has been raised to priority red. Repeat, priority red. You all know what that means. This won't be the simple snatch and grab you were initially led to believe. Good luck, gentlemen. Now get in there and show us what you're made of. That hell is truly the House of Hades. HQ out.
Priority red. You do understand that this assignment could be our last. Well, you know, if I were a betting man, I think I'd bet that the odds of making it home in one piece are a lot better with you on the battlefield. But that's if, you know, Gomer Pyle doesn't put us down first.
Motor mouth.
Don't let him get to you, kid.
Thanks, Hayden. Understood, Major.
Romero 4 Golf, this is HQ. We hold you on gadget and show you entering the airspace above the island. You should be within visual range of Aegis at any moment. Over.
HQ, this is Sandman Actual. In descent for November Foxtrot, India. Standing by for mission go.
Sandman Actual, this is HQ. You are mission go. Authentication Echo Golf 394 at time 0227 Zulu. Out. Clear mission go. This is the second platform, and the end of the line for you, lead. Green will infiltrate the laboratory via the third platform. After that, Raven and I will hold position at the external loading bay, and remain on alert 5 to pick you up upon completion. At which point, we'll regroup on platform 2. Keep your comms clear as a precautionary measure. Over.
Roger that. Comms clear. En route to primary objective. Over and out.
Motor mouths! That's a lot of awkward talking there at the beginning. Alright, here we go.
HQ here. Unlock codes received. We are remotely overriding the service access to Aegis Station. As explained during the brief, the data interchange device is still being tested for field use.
Still talking.
Nevertheless, it will become your most important resource, allowing you to manage weapons, consumables, consult map.
Alright. Check an inventory items. This tab contains all the consumables, key items that the character finds throughout the game. It also contains the character's weapons in the upper section. Character's health status, map of the area, documents. So it's a pretty useful device. It actually kind of looks like a Predator's little arm thing that he uses. So at the beginning, what I was trying to say was that the voice of that kind of old man sounding character, that's the late Paul Haddad, who they got to do the voice of that character. His name is the Cleaner. You learn a little more about him later. Paul Haddad is the voice of the original Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. So that was pretty cool, and this is actually the last thing he did before he passed away. So, special moment there. And the lady who was talking at the beginning, she said her name was Rebecca Jordan. I don't know if you caught that, but Rebecca Jordan is Newt from Aliens. That's her actual name in the movie.
Health state, and above all, allow you to interact with any type of electronic device. Over.
Cool. Good to go. I think that, yep, here's my weapons. This is the guy that was originally in the Melted Man challenge. Liev, he just looks a little bit different. Speaking of aliens, anybody else get aliens vibes from this opening right here? I'm gonna be pointing at all the cool See, this game is primarily Resident Evil influenced, but it is also heavily influenced by all the classic 80s and 90s sci-fi horror stuff.
Sandman to Agent Lead. Judging from the fragments of video we pulled from surveillance, it appears that several tanks labeled CSR-3 have already been attached to the main hoisting unit. I'll stay on standby at the main doors to the freight elevator. Over.
Liev here. Copy that. Objective confirmed. Looks like the contagion leaked out from a couple tanks crammed into the area. There are also sure signs of a firefight and explosive residue. Proceeding with the mission. Over.
See, one guy's saying his name is Liev, the other is saying it's Liev. He himself pronounces it Liev. Sucks to be that dude.
It's about time you guys got here. You're with emergency response, right?
That's right. Agent Liev. How's the leg?
It hurts, but I'll be alright. Can't move very far, though.
That's unfortunate. Listen, I need to search this place for survivors. I'll come back for you as soon as I can.
Survivors? Yeah, well, good luck with that. Anyway, I'll be waiting here. I just need to rest my eyes a little.
Terminate the Aegis worker. That's kind of the sucky part about playing as Liev, is you have to do stuff like this. He's not a good guy. Magazine quick slot. Perform reloading action. Select the magazine. Okay. Fast reload. Slow reload. Ammunition. So we're gonna do a quick reload real quick. It also kind of stinks that he doesn't have his sweet Beretta 92F like in the Melted Man challenge. I prefer that over this Glock, but it is what it is. It works. So there's actually 3 different characters that you play throughout this game. And he's the only one that's a bit of a turd.
Liev to Mission Control, Sandman. I made contact with an Aegis worker. I followed the protocol. I'm now heading to the control room to begin loading procedures. Over.
Copy that. This all brings back memories from '94. Especially that day when you opened fire on all those poor, innocent people. Or what was left of them. Don't you remember?
Orders are orders, Major, and those innocent people weren't exactly civilians. When you finally get out of that chopper and onto the battlefield, we'll talk about it. Proceeding to objective. Over.
Oh, the talking. I get that they're trying to paint like a backstory here with all the talking, but it is cool, like what they're talking about. You actually get to see it in Daymare 1994, the prequel.
Someone must have had a lot of fun down here.
Admiral's Diary. Admiral's Diary translated from Japanese. 8th of August 1945. Honor. A word the Allied forces will never understand. Thousands of innocent souls in seconds destroyed by the U.S. atomic bomb. Not those of soldiers, not those of men who made a choice to fight and sacrifice themselves in the service of our great nation, but those of Pacific civilians who lived in those cities now totally canceled. Women and children, our families are gone, obliterated by their desire for dominance, by the desire to show the world the strength of their science, the atomic bomb. But now the time has come to show them the strength of our science. It took years of hardship to develop terrible weapons, but the worst we could imagine arrived simply by chance. We had chosen to keep the Scourge, our worst discovery, a secret because it was too inhuman even for Unit 74, where men granted the luxury of releasing the darkness of their spirits. A weapon too inhuman even for war, but not too inhuman for those Western people who lost all traces of honor with the push of a button. The men of this crew, the fathers and sons now deprived of their loved ones, have renamed it Shujin, the condemnation. The world literally works and histories will remember the people behind the atomic bomb as villainous and blatant, a mass genocide that will tarnish their conscience forever. But this is not enough, not for us, not for the families they canceled in 1 second. Perseverance is better than defeat. The new emperor ordered that Shujin be spread over the enemy, a divine noiseless wind, but extremely lethal. Our condemnation will tear their hearts out and lead them on the path of the same suffering we are experiencing. We departed from Tokyo a few hours ago and expected a long journey to the American coast, where the plague will be unleashed and a story out of their science fiction novels will run its course. At this very moment, a second I-400 of the glorious Japanese Imperial Navy should be leaving Osaka, ready to deliver the second and last reserve of the plague to a top secret location in Germany. Unit 74 no longer exists, swept away by a 20 kiloton blast, but its creation is more alive than ever, and it could still shift the balance of power in the world. In our favor, we must do everything we can to leave the rest to fate. Admiral Shinji M. The rest is illegible. Shinji M is a reference to Shinji Mikami, who's actually the creator of the classic Resident Evil games. A recording station. That little squeaky noise is something that I need to find. I'll have to restore the power first. We got lucky and died before those things ripped his intestines out. Ah, here we go. That's why I'm here. Right here. Hook me up. In this one, you can actually go up and examine things like that, pushing X like in the classic games. It's pretty cool. It's in here. Maybe not. Yes. Health system. What is that? Energy bar. See that little autosave icon right there? Okay, good. If it stays on there for a long time and just keeps flashing and doesn't go off, that's like it's malfunctioning. And I'll have to redo that whole part again. Looks like a blank transaction made out to Jay Phelps for $1 million. yeah. To the trainee, I read your file, Kevin. And your resume is quite impressive. Despite your age, it seems you've already installed and maintained your share of sophisticated equipment that most techs here don't even know exists. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you to know exactly what you're getting into. I heard you asked a coworker what kind of research is being conducted here. If I had to hazard a guess, it must involve the UFO they found off the coast of this island. These scientists are clearly seeking ways to permanently alter the human genome to create superhuman alien hybrids. Joking, obviously. But this is a top secret government facility, and the suits here won't hesitate to lock you up and throw away the key if you give them a reason to. Places like this naturally employ state-of-the-art computer systems and machinery that go well beyond the scope of most technicians. Luckily for you, the thermoelectric generators, although extremely powerful, are very simple to use via an interface. The only real hurdle you will come across is the odd time when the power outage occurs. In this situation, all you will need to do is find a PC to check the areas shorted out as indicated by a flashing red dot. Unfortunately, the repair process isn't automatic, so you'll have to restore the power manually using the control panel to bypass the areas marked in red, which will turn green if you are successful. Just follow the instructions on the screen. I'm sure there won't be any problems, but if you run into something serious, give me a call and I'll send someone down to help you. Don't forget that loose lips sink ships. Welcome aboard and good luck. Mick O'Hagan, Chief Maintenance Officer. Looks like Jurassic Park. Even this is very much from Jurassic Park. Which is really cool. Alright, green RH. RH is reception hall. SR is server room. SR again, security room. LA, lab area. SS, submarine shaft. CR, control room. CA, cargo area. Boom! Back when I first played this, I learned from old Resident Evil days to write down these puzzles so you don't forget. Ugh!
What are these things?
Playing on easy might help us get through this a little faster. See, they even bleed out like the zombies in Resident Evil, classic ones. If they're dead, they'll bleed out. Oops, no. I didn't want to do that. Give me that back, please. I knew. Let's get out of here. These guys are kind of fast sometimes. I probably could have kept going and lost his attention. Oh, sweet! Got a trophy! Alright, let's check on my bullets here. Alright, combine with these. Aha! And this will combine with These 2 loaded mags. Who's getting out? That one? Nope. Create distance. Okay. Don't know how to open doors, that's good. You! Ah! Shot the top of that spine, huh? Are you done? Yes! Playing on easy rocks. Alright, where are you? There you are! Ha ha! Boom! That's right. Shoot all those things, you get cute little deer prizes at the end. Restore power.
Agent Leave, Sandman here. The external bulkheads are opened up. Head back to the cargo bay and activate the freight elevator from there. Over.
Who's getting up? Oh, didn't even see you there. Fall down. Thank you, sir. Sometimes these suckers will be hiding around the corner, man. I've ran into that several times.
There's something down below. It looks like a huge submarine with markings that resemble biohazard symbols, and could the flag really be Japanese?
Focus on the mission, Agent. Time is running out. Get on the objective. Over.
Trying a little too hard to be funny there with your insults or banter, whatever that was. Ooh. Come on, walking around down there. Oh. Got a thick skull, don't you? Get away from me. Come on. Down you go. Down you go. That's what I said. Now stay. Aha. Check on this real quick. Got an empty one. Alright.
DF to mission control. Elvis has left the building.
Understood. We'll take it from here, Agent. If the weather gets any worse, we might experience comm interference. Proceed to your next objective. Emergency channel open. Over.
Looking for ammo. Got touched by the fire and it hurt. Blast. Spot where the contagion leaked out. Yeah! Oh, missed him. No.
I'm gonna need a fuller gun.
Oh, come on. No! Like, bullets aren't even hitting him. Uh-oh. Alright. Oh, he's got an arm off! I like that I'm gonna need a fuller gun. I don't think I've heard him say that before. I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Ah! Ooh, bullets! Yes, please. Thanks for keeping those warm for me. Made it out of that mess and right into another one. Wait, before we go in there, let me check my inventory. Sweet. Wrong one. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Alright, back in business. Sample I have to recover is inside of this chamber. Well, let's get to recovering. Ah! Bam! Almost missed that one. This tiny little hat. Whoa, dude! I'm glad he didn't, like, hear me or anything. Ew. Those things are not fun either. Combining items. Yep. Okay, so we got H additive. Let's combine it with... Well, I can't. Not with anything I have right now. None of these appear to be working. What's in that drawer? Energy drink. Nice. Like me some energy drinks. So I've never actually done these. The encrypted files. I don't know if that's a legit website or not. But I haven't tried it. Alright. Let's see where to go first. Ooh, stuff. Alright. Okay, yeah. Override cables. That's what this is for. Difficulty easy. Yeah. Oh no. Oh shoot. Ah. Maybe a little too hard for me. Right. These ones that you have to hack your way into. Ah. Yes, look at that. Beautiful. There's usually just like extra supplies and stuff in these rooms that you can get. And another encrypted file. Oh! Sparks are flying. Console was used to observe things in the laboratory. Sometimes you can see cool things laying around that they put in here. That totally sucks for that guy. The Norfolk Alliance plans to be situated. Can't go out there. Alright. Jellyfish. Hey, no! Oh!
You are one ugly mother.
Puking on me. Uh-oh. Woke you up with my gunshots, huh? That's right. You take that one shot, and you like it. Shot him in the neck, and he's bleeding out of his ankle. I like it. Researcher diary, just like in the res. Archive file. This diary belongs to an ageist researcher. Some of the dates are circled in red ink. 1995. Pollux. We can finally create the perfect soldier. Strong, resilient, self-repairing. And to think that most of the grunt work was done by none other than Mother Nature herself. For some reason, the local jellyfish, which are already capable of amazing regeneration, inhabited the sunken vessel, whereby they became exposed to the chemical agent. From there, they reproduce generation after generation, growing stronger with each mutation that alter their DNA and rebirthed hybrids. We studied these new aquatic life forms, outwardly similar to diarrhea, but far more aggressive and much more dangerous. In time, we'll use our study to create a new virus that can turn regular soldiers into genetically advanced war machines, but in the meantime, all we can do is wait for the government to fulfill its promise in order to begin human trials. 1997. If I think back to just a few years, it feels like a century ago. Although Castor is now the pinnacle of modern BC warfare, Pollux is also on track to fruition. The Hydra Cindaria finally gifted us with its firstborn. We've had a major breakthrough, a passing of the torch of sorts, even if it would be foolhardy to hide the fact that we need more time. It is something that Army and government officials just won't allow us. They've promised Pollux to their allies, and Pollux they shall have. The only issue we haven't been able to solve, one that puts the entire program into jeopardy, is this. The perfect soldier we've prototyped is anything but perfect. We've injected the virus into hundreds of candidates with wide genetic variations, yet we're nowhere near a solution. In fact, in just a few minutes, the virus begins to strengthen its host, although no visible external changes are apparent. In just 2 to 3 hours after infection, Pollux is able to regenerate cells and tissue, progressively increasing the power and resilience of its host. This is truly remarkable accomplishment that will advance medical and military research by decades in just a few short years, if not for the grave side effects that have afflicted almost every subject during experimentation. All the physical enhancements afforded by Pollux virus are subordinate to a single, inescapable necessity, the host's assimilation of specific hormones that balance and regulate the body, which are otherwise produced by the hypothalamus. As long as large enough quantities of these hormones are assimilated in concentrated doses due to the demand of accelerated metabolisms in enhanced organisms, and subject psyche remains lucid and aware, while strength, resilience, and regenerative powers remain under control. However, so I got 4 more pages of this, guys. When these hormones became absent for prolonged periods of first signal, mental deterioration appeared, causing blackouts and gradually destroying all forms of conscious decision-making. After that, in most cases, the body undergoes unpredictable physical changes that lead to its eventual total destruction. What we need to accomplish in the remaining months afforded to study is to find a solution, as the project as a whole is at stake. 1998. Government agents regularly visit the lab and help themselves to experimental data and samples from the most important studies. We've lost a lot of sleep in the past few months. We haven't been able to figure out the hormone dilemma that's been plaguing our research, other than administering a large amount of synthetic hormone to Pollux infectees. The military and strategic purpose of viral weapons is to keep the host at an intermediate state whereby physical abilities are greatly enhanced, yet always under conscious control that responds lucidly to orders. The only way to achieve this is to force subjects to inject themselves with hormones. All of this, of course, is inevitably subject to a series of unknowns that the military doesn't seem to care about. I wonder what would happen if one of these subjects turned against its creator, intentionally or not, to take the synthetic hormone, among other things that are limited on the battlefield. Unless subjects are damaged beyond regenerative capabilities, these potentially unstoppable and lethal soldiers could just go on a killing spree with no one to stop them. That is, until the absence of the necessary hormones cause its own self-destruction, and this isn't really a solution, as one test showed when a subject infected by Pollux, somehow gifted with increased intelligence, took a researcher captive inside the lab. After several hours of negotiations, the subject, obviously suffering from mental deterioration, tore open the researcher's head and devoured the hypothalamus in a grotesque feeding frenzy that afforded it the necessary hormones it was lacking. This extended its life by several hours, and it regained some intelligence that was lost during the experiment. As far as I'm concerned, despite however many years I've dedicated to this program, PLX-731 is officially just another failed bioweapon experiment. The reason for its failure lies in the inability to produce, even artificially, the necessary hormones to maintain life and sedate its host. Apparently, however, the higher-ups have their own ideas regarding this. All we can do now is narrow down the search, and do what they tell us yet again. God, I could do a whole playthrough just on that alone. Inventory is full? Nuh-uh. I guess it is. Well, let's see if we can combine this. We still can't. Can we combine this? Oh, we sure can. Let's do that. And now let's pick up this mag of bullets. Jellyfish, what kind of experiment were they performing here? I think you just read all about that. Alright. Good to go. Oh, more reading. Note to Supervisor. Maintenance and renewal of containment rooms. Dear Dr. Everett, by now you're probably sick of my many appeals, but I really must insist that the maintenance system for controlling temperatures in the containment room be remedied immediately. The system is supposed to automatically turn on once the air reaches a specific temperature. Instead, I'm forced to send one of my people to adjust it at the terminal outside the room, which regulates the level of nitrogen via spectrum every 6 hours by hand. By hand! To avoid further inconveniences and to fulfill your managerial responsibility to mend the system, please send another technician to fix the machine. I sincerely appreciate the assistance. Dr. Jeremy Falk, lead researcher, BL1, Aegis Lab. Well, I think that's just a clue that we have to go regulate the machines here.
Probably has to do with the chamber's cooling system.
Good to know. Alright. Let's see here. Check my notes from back in the day. Hey, I need that one down. Oh, that's how it goes down. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Think we might be onto something here. Simple math. Let's see. That work? So -15. Oh, no it's not. Okay, wrong. There it is! Retrieve the viral sample. Yeah, so the zombies in this game obviously like the puke. They don't grab and bite, they puke on you. Ugh. These things suck. Hey, aim, dude! No! Got you. You down? Yes! Let me just, reload here. Oh, I can't reload. Hold on. Let me do this. Fancy. Alright. Got that done. Now let's retrieve that sample from yet another sweet Jurassic Park reference. Oh. Well, I did get whacked up by that guy, so health is 63% from one hit? Well, that's what energy bars are for, I guess. Yep, raise it on up. Alright, let's go. Boom! Look at that. I love it.
Liev to Mission Control. PLX 731 sample secured. En route to second helipad for extraction. Do you copy?
Good job, Agent. But I'm afraid I have some bad news. The objective of this operation has been updated. Agent Krychek and Wes have disappeared, and until they've been found, we can't allow you to leave the building. Your new objective is to complete the mission of the Epsilon team, and download all the research data on your DID. Please confirm status update. Over.
New objective confirmed. On my way. Over.
Over.
Sure. I'm just a war dog after all.
Over. Ugh. Gotta be so violent in your steam spraying. What on earth? Okay. Yeah. You stay right there for me, sir, while I take your picture. Say cheese. Oh, he moved. Down. Yes. Bleeding out of his kneecap. These guys look rough, man. Look like they were digested and then steamed out the southern entrance or exit. Sweet. Cool. Now let's see what's in here. Oh, it's locked. Okay, so what's the point of it? What's the point of it having an X if it's locked? Various personal belongings. No cassette player.
Subject. Hostile. Protective hazmat clothing. He just shot at me. I think I hurt him. Proceed with extreme caution. He is armed and deep.
Crane, can you hear me? Crane!
Crane is the one in the helicopter he was talking to that looks like Hunk from Resident Evil 2. Totally long elevator ride. What kind of artwork is that?
All systems active.
It's the old Resident Evil Code Veronica treatment right here.
All systems down.
I absolutely have to recover those samples somehow. Man, do you copy? I found West's body. Looks like he was shot to death. No sign of Krychek yet. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Well, this difficulty is hard. Ooh, moving fast. But, oh shoot. Aha! Got it. Hollow point. And they do give you different kinds of ammo. Slide projectors and the VHS tape, and there's a there's a Super Nintendo down here. Freaking sweet. I've actually never noticed that before. All right. These guys in the orange suits are just annoying. It's like bullets just go right through them. You down? Yes. That's what I like to see. Did that just dent this thing? See that? Mountain Cool soda pop, only 75 cents. As it should be. Let me switch mags here. Ugh, running low. Good thing I checked. Three rounds in this mag? Yeah, let's not. Sweet. Where's it at? Where's... Oh, up there. Okay, backer. Nice and rainy outside. I'll take it. Ah, made your way down the stairs. Look how smart you are. Yes. Kind of notices the personnel. Where you at? Ah. Hey, no, dude. There's another one somewhere? It's the Invader Studios symbol there on the screensaver. Encrypted file. Oh, down there I see. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Yay, made some room. I made a mess with all the snacks down here. Now these things are for a certain puzzle that you have to do in here. Oh, look at you running. Okay, bleeding. But I actually have that puzzle written down as well. We don't have to spend a bunch of time trying to figure that out. Encrypted file. Look at the name tag. A. Wong. The Resi reference.
The private office of the founder. From here I should be able to restore system passwords.
Where is he? Where's the little deer? Is he in this room? Ah! Aha! Perched up on top of the head of that statue. Achoo! Yes, we got all three of them. For this stage. What did he melt? Dr. Weir's Diary 1. Part 1. Castor and Pollux. Of the possible names, what could be more appropriate than these? Indeed, the revolutionary breakthrough that is, Pollux could never have existed without Brethren Castor. Perhaps the most malevolent chemical weapon ever conceived. As a matter of fact, we knew practically nothing of it before salvage of that Japanese submarine was complete in the 70s, except that it brought about irreversible damage to organisms that would shame even Sarin. That being said, this whole program, one that will inevitably rewrite the history of BC weapons and elevate the United States even higher on its supreme global pedestal, didn't arrive merely by chance. No, not mere chance, but rather divine intervention that the vessel delivering its toxic payload to our predecessors never reached its destination, instead becoming helplessly entangled off the coast of the Northfall Islands in Washington State, where it remained unseen and forgotten for years. It may well be fluke, however, that a particular type of jellyfish native to the islands came in contact with its itsy-bitsy doses that gradually escaped the rotten hull, instantly transforming, perhaps evolving infecting some of the island villagers. But it wasn't until the obscure crisis claimed its first human victim that our government decided to step in and take action, stumbling upon the terrible truth that is, in fact, the only reason we're here today is due to pure and simple incompetence of the crew. The funny thing about this narrow escape is that, being potentially disastrous yet poorly executed revenge plot by some defeated nation overseas has once again turned out to be quite a luck for us. Part 2. 1973 was the year when the Aegis laboratories were built on the island designated North Blue 2 in order to safely extract and repurpose the liquid gas we discovered in that Japanese submarine. I still remember the salvage operation and construction works, as the company gave me free rein when it came to most of the architectural and design choices. We were able to free part of the hull from its seed tomb, then later build the concrete bunker that currently houses it. It was one heck of an engineering job, but the facilities we use today are more than worth the immense effort. The lower levels of the North Blue 2 facility, the most top secret ones, contain the submarine and most vital experiment rooms, while other levels contain the observation deck, loading area for shipping the sensitive materials, additional lab, and a storage area. On the other hand, the top levels accessible by ordinary staffers include office space, a conference room, modern server room, and necessary amenities. Most of the people who work here have no idea what lies beneath and are ignorant to the fact that they are parading around a monument where history is being rewritten every single day. Come to think of it, I doubt anyone truly knows what's going on down there. Part 3. Castor could possibly be the ultimate weapon for large-scale chemical attacks, yet the dispersal method is surprisingly simple. The CSR3 gas is compressed at very high temperatures in special reinforced tanks that are loaded onto an aircraft. When the aircraft reaches its target, single or multiple caster cylinders are jettisoned. Once they strike the surface, the release mechanism is triggered and 3 shielding petals open up, leaving the inner cylinder exposed. At this point, the CRS-03 is released at a high pressure, which converts to pressurized liquid to a gas, which converts the pressurized liquid to a gas, making it extremely volatile. This is where Castor shows its unique colors. The gas then expands rapidly like a mighty flame and feeds on the oxygen in the surrounding area, creating a sort of closed-off environment that makes it nearly impossible for any breathing organism to survive. Gradually, it will lose all effectiveness and dematerialize, leaving no trace behind. If a large enough quantity were to be spread to highly populated locations, it could afflict thousands upon thousands of victims within seconds, instantly consuming a population, foreign military, or a group of unpleasant and expendable mercenaries sent out to the scene of a confrontation. Just telling you everything. Good. Encrypted file. That's his second diary. And of course we have the old elegant typewriter. Encyclopedias. Alright. Oh, look at this old rotary phone. Love it. Okay. Now this, I have to use my keyboard here for reference, otherwise I'd have to keep going back to that elegant typewriter and looking at the keys. So password 1. It's a shift. So C. A. S. T. Thankfully the A and the T look like how they're supposed to. So does the O. Caster. Enter. I'm out of the journey but never ends. Okay. Where's the P? Okay, it's O I U Pollux. This is a long one here, so bear with me. Okay, G O L D E N F L E C E.
Yes. To mission control. If you can hear me, I've just restored the facility passcodes from the Matrix. I'm in the process of gathering the 731 samples and data off the server. Over.
Over and over and over. See what I got here. 5. Alright, let's switch here. 7. Okay. I'm going to do this here. Let's get rid of... We'll empty that. And... Hold on. We'll combine this with the stronger rounds. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's pick that up. Okay. No telling which one of these guys is going to get up next. Already went in there. Taking 3 of my bullets. Who do you think you are? Guard's last memory. That inventory is full, but what is it? Oh, a cable. Sign-in sheets. Aha. Inventory, pain in the butt. We'll just use this. All it does is just... it brings up stuff that's laying around for a very limited time. So there's nothing in here.
Control to Hades. Sandman here. Can anyone hear me? What is your status? Over.
This is Liev. About time. What happened? I've retrieved the 731 samples. Now I'm heading over to the server room to gather the search data. Over.
Understood. We're having trouble with the comm system. To make matters worse, this storm isn't getting any less wild, and the loads are being pushed to the limit. I don't think it'll hold for much longer. Your new rendezvous point is the main entrance, so head there. Hurry up and grab the data so we can get out of here. Watch your back. Open comms to 2236. Over.
This dialogue right here is a Daymare in itself.
Hey you! Drop your gun and let me see your hands! Right now!
Drop your gun.
Sorry. I thought you were one of those dead, melted thingies that killed the others.
Yeah, well, I ain't. And you almost got shot in the head, whoever you are.
You know, I'm no threat to you. My name's John. John Fay. I work for Aegis in the information science department. Well, mostly in the server room. I've been hiding down there for hours. All communications are down, and I didn't think anyone would risk their lives to actually save us.
What happened to this place?
I'm not sure exactly. but I don't think it was accidental.
How do you mean?
Well, I can access anything via the server. The security system, surveillance cameras, and naturally, the personnel files of all the Aegis employees. I've been trying to reconstruct exactly what went wrong. And actually, you'd be amazed at what somebody can achieve down here in just a few hours. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that one of our own stole some research and covered the whole up as an accident, obscuring all evidence of their theft.
Huh. You don't say. I'm gonna need that fancy ID card of yours to access the server.
Well, why? Why do you want to access the server? I thought you were actually here to rescue us.
Technically, those were your words, not mine. Sorry, bud. Orders are orders.
But what about the others? All the survivors in the building? You're not gonna let us die here.
No, you're right. I guess I can. I mean, especially you. Oh, what the heck. I'll lend a hand.
It was horrible. Message. Good evening. She just retrieved a disc. It's been. It is really hard to see that. What's this fancy thing for? Purification has begun.
Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Purification, I guess, is just a fancy word for self-destruct. Got some Stranger Things sounding tunes going on here. Got it. Let's do this. Ha. Totally missed him. Oh, missed him again. No. Quit. Oh. Oh, I'm stuck? Okay, he just got me unstuck. Oh, no, 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 no. Sprint. Come on! I said to do a quick reload. About time. Oh no! Get out of there!
You ugly.
Come on.
That was close.
HQ, this is Sandman. Agent Lee Bail. Took off on foot. We're getting out of here and heading back to base.
My pawn moved admirably through the AG's lab. And with just a few bad moves, the game proceeded ahead. Unfortunately, I underestimated the fierce loyalties of those no-good Hexacore players.
It was the most incredible fight I ever saw. We just grabbed the guy, bit his ear off, and spit it on the mat. How often does that happen?
During a boxing match? Never.
Talking about old Mike Tyson.
We read your signal on beacon. You're less than 30 minutes from base. Acknowledge.
This is Sandman Actual. Roger your last HQ. Commencing final approach procedures to base. Any sign of the others? Over.
Negative, Sandman Actual. Epsilon has gone out with their MIA. The special unit is being deployed to secure the site and evacuate survivors as soon as possible. Over and out.
Sounds like the same person.
After all.
Not a chance. There's no way the carriers would have withstood that storm for a moment longer. Besides, I didn't come all this way to fail.
Fail? Right. You know, for a second there, I forgot how you do things, Major. You sit there, all ladylike to keep that immaculate uniform or spick and span while real soldiers go into battle. Too bad it has to be at the expense of real men with bona fide families. Yeah. Crimson Skulls, man. You're all the same. I can see why you chose this boy to be your sidekick. You've both got a lot in common. For starters, just think about it. You're both cowardly that leave comrades to die.
What did you just say to me? You better watch your mouth.
Knock it off, you two. Epsilon or no Epsilon. Our orders stand.
He's right. You squawk way too much.
Listen
Like they
carefully,
all do.
Lily, because I won't repeat this again. I know what it's like to lose somebody and not be able to do a thing about it. But you can't go on blaming yourself. You made a judgment call on that plane. Otherwise, you'd both be dead. And I think you would have done the same in your position. Are we clear?
If you say so, Major. It's just... every time I close my eyes, I can still see him. He's burning up and screaming for me to somehow help him. And I can't.
I know, but sometimes you just gotta move forward. Let go and focus on the present moment. You cut through that storm with your fangs out. You got golden hands, kid. I'm impressed. And now that your scars are more or less healed, I'm sure you go back to flying solo any day now.
Hey, Major. You looking to lose the payload now that we're so close to base?
Raven, take the controls. I'm gonna go check and make sure supports are secure. That storm really pushed them to the limit.
Yes, sir.
Kid, your file says you're the real deal. Took an SR-91 from the Aurora program to hypersonic Mach 6. That's a lot more than most pilots can say. By all rights, you should be able to fly this toy with your eyes closed. You know, I pushed for you to join the Skulls, even after what happened at Trident. Only place I want to see you falling is on the mat after our bouts. Okay, now focus and keep this bird up in the sky.
You got it, Major. I won't let you down.
August 19th, 98, Vermilion Forest.
This is Sam Walker. I'm out at the game tower at Hunter's Pass. Come in, over.
Keenside Police, Kenneth speaking. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, hey, Ken. I don't want to rain on your parade, but some chopper nearly took my head off not 5 minutes ago. Do you know anything about that? Over.
Right. Sorry, Sam. Those big shots called in last night to schedule transport passing through the area. Night exercise or something. In and out. Real hush-hush. You should be safe to go back up there. Just keep your head down.
I read you, Ken. Although next time, you know, I'd be mighty grateful for any notice. Over and out. Hey, baby, it's me.
Sam? Sorry, I was out at the generator. You usually don't call this late.
The generator. Oh, yeah. I remember to turn off the lights in the house. Otherwise, you'll have to refuel again before daybreak.
I know. Sam, I'm not sure if I'll ever get used to living out in these woods. It's just so isolated. So, why'd you call, baby? Need help booking some rest while you raccoons?
Funny. You know, maybe. I'm still on duty. Listen, I was just on the radio with Kent, so I thought I'd chicken in on you. And I feel bad about not being able to take you to the Cherry Blossom Feast. I know how much it means to you. It's just, well, you know how the night shift works.
I know all too well. Ken, did something happen?
No, nothing to worry about. I just had a near miss in the tower involving some bozo in a helicopter. And, hold on a second. I can't find my meds.
What do you mean you can't find your meds?
I must have dropped them when that chopper went past.
That's not good, Sam. You know you need those for...
Don't start that again. I'm fine. I can manage it. I've been living with this for a long time now.
Sam, you know what happened the last time you didn't take them?
How could I forget? With you constantly reminding me. Listen, I gotta go, baby, okay? Don't worry about a thing. It's just a few more hours. Go to bed and get some rest. I'll be home in the morning.
I love you.
I can manage it. I can manage it. Just like last time.
Major! What's going on here?
David, help me, please.
Don't move, leave. Put the weapon down.
No way.
Talk to me, sir. What's going on?
Alex, he broke a vial in my face.
Enough chatter. Step away from him right now. Well. Who would have thought? Tonight's the night that you finally fail a mission. Lo and behold, the great Sandman. Isn't as great after all. Is he? And who would have thought? Tonight's also the night when you die. You know, for what it's worth, I can honestly say, I had the real displeasure of serving under you, Major. Oh, and don't worry. I'll take care of these. Farewell. What? I didn't see that coming.
Oh, yeah. So, after all those cutscenes and awkward talking, after having thrown himself out from the 4 RGO Delta Chopper, Special Agent Liev emerges from the waters of Keenside Bay just in time to witness the helicopter spiraling out of control behind the town buildings before plummeting into the nearby mountain. As he swims for shore, the airborne caster contaminant aboard the chopper simultaneously leaks into the streets where it claims its first victims. When he reaches the harbor, he won't have much time to find safe refuge and avoid being infected. Okay, so that's where we're gonna start off next time on my playthrough of Daymare 1998. You see what I'm talking about the long cutscenes and the awkward dialogue, man. But it's still a cool game. It's fun. I like it. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Arklay Overcast. And please like, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you think so far. Bye.